Hey guys, it's Natalie here from Natalie J Couture Events, and I just want to jump on real quick to share just a little bit of something with you guys because somebody asked me this question um either last week. I want to say last week. Today is Tuesday, right? Is today Tuesday? Today is Tuesday, right? So yeah, so somebody asked me this last week because I know it wasn't yes. I don't believe it was yesterday, but anyway, somebody asked me this. It was talking about well, once somebody pay their invoice, that means they sign a contract. No. An invoice is not a contract, okay? So a lot of times you will send your contract to a potential client. I call them potential client because if that contract is not signed, you are not my client, okay? So yeah, so they will send that invoice and a contract, and most likely the person is going to send a deposit or a retainer fee for the event, but they will not sign the contract. Okay, guys, I want to let you know that your invoice is not a contract. You cannot go in a court of law with your invoice and say, hey, this is what we agreed for. No, a contract should have certain things in it, like the dates, the client's name. It should say what they are getting in exchange for your service, or what are you providing them for their money. So you'll say, I'm going to be giving you 20 black chairs for $80. Sometimes when someone is hiring like a event planner like myself, they don't already have the date. So not all the I mean not the date, I'm sorry, the location. So not all the locations is normally on that initial contract. Once that date is secured, you can add it on, and both of you guys need to initial on there what changes was made. Okay, so you cannot just go in there and change the people contract and think it's no. Any changes you make, you gotta send it back to the client so they can approve it. Okay, and if you a client and you want your vendor to provide something for you, don't just call them on the phone and discuss it and think they're gonna get it in writing. I'm telling you this. This is gonna solve a lot of headache, a lot, because people are just human. Because sometimes you probably call me and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna add an additional 20 um additional 20 pink napkins, right? And then as soon as you get off the phone, I get another call, and this call end up being something different, and then I just forgot about me telling you that. Maybe I didn't take a note, maybe I didn't something, you know what I mean? We are all humans. So you always want to make sure, if you want to do an add-on, you get it in writing form, yes, from your vendor. It's that easy. The invoice is just something that you pay. Say, hey, this is my retainer fee, and I'm going to think. And the invoice, the contract also should have the term payments on for that invoice. So it should be 50% or 20%, whatever your contract say. I don't know. I could talk about what mines have, but I don't know what other people have right there because I know there's different. It's different ways to bake a cake, honey. Okay, so whatever work for you, but just make sure that you know an invoice is not a contract. So you cannot just send a PayPal invoice and think you have a contract. As detailed as you put it in there, what they get in, it is not a contract. Okay, so you want them to sign the contract, and then you can also attach, if you send a PayPal invoice, you can attach it in the attachment, attach the invoice, or in the terms and conditions, you can type in there per contract, and that will save you a lot. Okay, all right, so that's my 2 cents. An invoice is not a contract, and that's all I wanted to share with you today. Mwah.